here for Super Bowl 52 and now back for the road to the Super Bowl here in the Twin Cities at US Bank Stadium. Tonight we continue with Wild Card Weekend with what should be a great one between the New Orleans Saints and the Minnesota Vikings. Winner go home is the mantra, and off we go. We're underway in this NFC wildcard game. Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage. He's dropped at the 17. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Three buzz.
Ready.
Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And he roams across the 20 to the 24-yard line. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Ready.
Too little, cupcake. Tight right. Hey.
Ready, go.
A first carry here for Kene Nwangwu. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5. Bond now off of play action. Dancing to his left. And it's out. He put it on the carpet. The Saints say they have it, and they do. Not only a fumble loss there, but a fumble lost on your first drive in your own territory.
Now you're dealing with a lot of stuff here because you feel bad going off the field because you gave up the football. How does your own defense feel now having to go out there and stop them when the momentum is clearly shifted in their favor?
They run on first down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's 2nd down now.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
So we got man. Watch twitch.
They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line.
Good running right there. And this is a man who was a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances, and he picks up nice yardage on that one.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
2nd and 10.
Right here. We own them.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. They went with the run-pass option, and I don't know if the option really mattered there because the defense was ready.
So many times you put the defense at a disadvantage because you have those multiple options, but when they read their keys and play it correctly, sometimes the result goes in their favor.
Mike 52.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. Touchdown! It's complete. Michael Thomas, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Saints will strike first here, this wild card matchup. Lutz good on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Nwangu now from his end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Now, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up.
Solid running there. And, CD, we hear so much about what it takes to win in the playoffs. Most people like to include having a strong running game in their assessment. And with this man in the backfield, this group has a strong running game without a doubt.
Oh, I absolutely agree with you there because in terms of yardage, he's a top 5 running back.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Marcus Davenport. Give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round. They told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there.
Mike, check.
To try again after the sack. Mond. He'll buy some time right. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
I like the design of that play, or shall I say the way it ended up. Quarterback ends up to the right side. You know, it gets outside of the pocket. How about the tight end staying in his sight line and getting to that same part of the field, and they find each other for the completion.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
Every offense tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first 2 drives. It looks like they're going to have to give up the football again after this one.
A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
54, Mike, 54.
Real.
Come on out here, come get some.
Mayfield now.
He don't want it.
They'll get this out to Kamara.
Oh, he bowls over him. And shedding the tackle, and now some room. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. A big-time play there for New Orleans.
First down, Saints.
So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10.
Right there, 54, right
Alert! Regular! Done!
Here's Mayfield. That is hauled in by Michael Thomas. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas with his 2nd touchdown of this opening quarter. And the Saints are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. Lutz with the extra point, and it's now 14-0.
14, Vikings, nothing. Will Lutz to kick off for New Orleans.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
Nwangu now from his end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They've got to be a little shell-shocked. Down double digits at home in the playoffs. Still in the first half. They've got to turn things around quickly. And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Let's go. Mike.
On second down, it's Cook again. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on third down. Bond out of the shotgun. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. We always hear a lot of veterans on the defensive side of the football. They talk about smelling blood in the water, putting pressure on a rookie. They got to him there to force it free, but couldn't recover it.
And you mentioned the pressure. Rookie quarterback, you're going to bring more pressure at him at all times because you don't know how he's going to hold up. He was fortunate there. Luck was on his side, able to recover that fumble.
It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Powering his way forward. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45.
Smith on the tackle. A gain of 12.
Shoot! Watch the shoot!
Now Kamara. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Regular! Bring it!
Mayfield on play action. Oh, look at Thomas wide open. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done.
Here we go. Mike 54. Mike 54.
Point it right.
A give. This is Kamara. And he's going to get forward for about 5, but that may be coming back. What say you, Mr. Referee?
Right there. 54 Mike. Push him back. Mike's 5'4. Mike's 5'4. Mike's 5'4. Watch twist.
After the penalty, it's Ingram. He'll get it to the 23-yard line.
That was a good run, and it got to the second level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle, and oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
54. Kings! Hey, alert 33.
To throw, Mayfield. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Daniil Hunter gets in there to drop him for a loss of 13 yards, and it's also 4th down now. And Lutz's kick is good. And the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. So 3 points there, and they continue to build this first half lead.
Yeah, every little bit helps, and the more that you can put together drives and start controlling the tempo, controlling possession, finishing with points, the better off you're going to be.
And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now.
Pick it up!
They'll start on the ground here with Nwangu. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. A reminder coming up at the half, as we've done all year, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown on what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin on the road to Super Bowl 53 in Atlanta. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They go play action here. Mon drops this off with Nwangu, and he'll get it down to the 47 here. So a great throw right there, and what a regular season this rookie had, piloting this offense, guiding them to a division title, and they get the home date here in round 1 of the playoffs. But, Charles, how do you think they'll play it here? Will they run the same kind of wide-open offense they've run all season, or do you think that they'll try and take some pressure off of the young fella?
Oh, I think they're going high, wide, and handsome in this one. I think it's all out, just as they've been doing all year long, because I think if you try and pull it back now a little bit, you're telling that young man you don't have quite as much confidence in him as you've professed. So go ahead and continue to run your offense. Do the things that got you here. As so many defensive coaches have told you and me, all gas, no brakes. Let it rip.
A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Well, Charles, you talk about this offense, and you think about the man in charge, their head coach, this marking his first ever playoff game as the head coach, and you wonder what's going through his mind right about now.
Brandon, I think we both agree that he's had a great season, and we wouldn't be surprised at all to see him get plenty of Coach of the Year votes. I thought he took the right tone in his weekly press conference, though. Played it cool, took the reserved angle, and when you don't have the track record, I think that's the exact right way to do it.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
From the gun, here's Mon. They're looking for Jefferson, but this is intercepted.
It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu, at a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
Thomas brings it in. 4 seconds left, and there's the timeout. In field goal range and a chance to tack on 3 before intermission. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. He hit his first, this one from 38. The kick by Lutz is good. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. Here comes Harris out of the end zone, and we will not see a run back here from Harris. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they're in the position they expected to be in. They've got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
And I think a key for them is to put together some good, long, extended drives. Work the run in a little more with that big offensive line. I'm not saying get away from throwing the football. That's still working. But if they run it more effectively, they may get even bigger plays in the passing game.
On 2nd down, Kamara. Kamara's got the first down and then some. And all the way down to the 41-yard line. 47 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. They'll run. This is Kamara. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss.
Let's get it.
Hey, alert 33. Run.
54 Mike.
Hurry.
Tight down.
Now a handoff. Here's Kamara. Got some real estate inside the 30. And down to the 16-yard line.
We got a runner.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
A handoff. It's Mark Ingram. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
That's what I'm talking about.
Run.
Hit, boy. Hey, watch Sam.
Mayfield to throw it.
Man, I got you.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. And the Vikings pick up the football. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, number one on the list of things not to do when you're up 3 scores in the third, that right there, give the football away.
I love when you speak like that. You know how doctors talk about taking the Hippocratic Oath, first do no harm? You just did the football-cratic one right there. Don't give the ball away when you have a lead that you can lock this game down with.
And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. A big connection on that one, 35 yards.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far, and never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But a Viking was able to corral this one, and Minnesota will keep possession.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
Rolling to his right. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Here's Mond.
And he's got the 1st down yardage before being taken down at midfield.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. 3rd quarter, wild card round. Thanks for being along for the playoff ride with us. Here's 2nd and 10. Mond looks to throw.
Flushed out right.
And he's got this to Jefferson.
And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints 19.
Single.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw.
Swinging this out wide here for Cook.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here.
Mond going to throw it.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And this is picked up by the Saints.
Well, if these guys wanted to get back in this game, they needed an almost perfect second half. And down 3 scores, a lost fumble here certainly doesn't fit into that plan.
That reminds me of my plan in college to get an A on the papers I turned in, but that didn't work out too well either. Too many mistakes by both of us. I mean, that's just pure and simple. And that's why that's exactly where they are in this ball game. They're going to need a huge turnaround if they want to try and win this one.
Throwing the comeback route. He's got the hook up to Thomas. Stiff-armed him. And they do get him out of bounds finally, but the damage is done. A big hitter on what proves to be the final play of the 3rd quarter.
Check 31. Check.
Off Nelson.
Mike's 5-4. Mike's 5-4. Mike's 5-4. It's our time. This is our time.
Hey, alert! Alert! My time.
Play fake. Mayfield.
Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. I got you, punk.
On the check down, he finds And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
these guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Five down, stand up in. Check nine.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Looking for Thomas. He's got him. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Saints continue to pull the playoffs. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it.
I know they're not asking me, but I'll give you my opinion anyway. I think it's time to erase that play from the call sheet. I guess they figure with the big lead they can experiment a little bit. But all in all, just go ahead and put that play on ice.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Nwangu now from his end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far, and they are, to be frank, in desperation mode now as they begin with a 1st and 10. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
In your face. Check 59.
Off the play fake, Mon. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
Back to the ground, this time with Ingram. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground.
This is
And
my
he
mode,
is
baby.
into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans.
Touchdown.
Alvin Kamara. A 16-yard touchdown run. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. Lutz good on the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Nwangu now from his end zone. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped it to 14.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Saying their fans here are stunned would be an understatement. Things in this wild card round have not gone according to plan. And he'll lose yardage on this one back to the 13. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. He's going to air one out. And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes it all the way down to the 32. A big play there for Minnesota. So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's first down on the other side of the field. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Cameron Jordan able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has, but in his defense, he hasn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that?
And oh, it'll be intercepted.
They are not ready
Picked
for
off
us.
by Paulson Adebo. And the Saints are going to have it here at their own 15. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. They'll try to run some clock with Ingram. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down.
And give him a lot of credit there, but even more credit to the guys up front. In that situation, you know it's going to be a stacked defensive front. And to be able to gain that much yardage, that's a big win for the guys on offense.
Yeah, they were just about standing on their own goal line, so to get a few yards there, a great start. Now gets through, and now an opening. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. So that play much needed there as they're all the way up near the 40 for a 1st and 10. Kamara try the right side. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. Behind the chain, 2nd and 12. They run it again with Kamara. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. They said beginning of the season they wanted to get past the wild card round. Well, they just got past the wild card round.
How about that, being able to put the big check marks up in the locker room, right? Get to the wild card game, check, got that done. Win a wild card game, big check. Now you've got to go ahead and set your sights higher. There is a bigger prize out there, and they still have an opportunity.
coverage of the NFL has us at the foot of the Rockies, just west of downtown Denver at Empower Field at Mile High. A moment ago, through a shower of pyrotechnics, it was the hometown Broncos taking the field as they get set to do battle with Derek Carr and the Las Vegas Raiders. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
Let's go, defense. Let's get off the field, defense.
Now a first carry for the former Tar Heel, Javonte Williams. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll run out of the gun here. Williams up past the 25 to the 26. A gain of 5. So this game of ours, Charles, you know, the talk of the NFL world all week. 2 unbeaten teams. You rarely see such a matchup this deep into a season.
I would agree with that because normally you might get one team undefeated for a while, but 2 teams like this, and I remember in preseason you looked at schedules and said, I think these 2 are on a collision course. It'd be interesting to see if they actually get there, and they did. And to me, the winner of this game has to wear the crown of Super Bowl favorite.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 47. They'll hand it off now. Williams. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Now Wilson. That's going to be caught by Judy. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. Well, this defense for the Raiders, they were fantastic a week ago in that win over Houston.
Yeah, they gave up 17 points, but that's what you would consider a goal for each and every defense, because if you give up 17 points a game all year long, you're thinking you're going to be a playoff team because you're...
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And the Raiders are going to get the football here as they force the INT on the game's opening drive. Well, it's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions. Can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
Second down, Jacobs once more. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. So this CD, obviously such a big game, and we'll continue to talk about its importance as we go on. I thought it was interesting. This head coach in his weekly media availability, he was asked who he would lean on in a game like this, and he said it was all about the veterans.
And Brandon, I like his approach because he's obviously thought about this, right? Who can get me not just through this game, but through the rest of the season? And he looks to his veterans. They've been around the team. They can guide everyone and let them know the importance of winning this one. But also, how do we attack what's left in the season and get us ready for what we hope is going to be some postseason play?
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Now, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception.
It got his man complete. Uses the stiff arm, and he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate
how truly fast they can move. That was incredible.
Well, in this league where coordinators worry so much about drawing up the right routes, blocking assignments, misdirections and stuff, they have these precise arrows and movements. Sometimes the best plays just come from the schoolyard where you look at your fastest guy and say, go long, go get it, big man.
Phillips now from the end zone. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder in the ball carrier, and down he goes.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
And they, as mentioned, unbeaten to this point in the year, but you think this game, their toughest test yet.
I absolutely do, because to me, this is a good measuring stick game because they've been able to take advantage of the schedule. But here, this is another team leading its division with an eye on making a Super Bowl run, so this game is crucial.
And Carr's throw pulled in by Renfro.
Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on third down.
Tight end to the right, boys. Tight end to the right.
Carr now to throw.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted.
Read it well, and it's picked. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. Extra point from McManus is good. And that'll make the score 14-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away.
Phillips now from the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they just had that pick six. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off at the 49. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line.
And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting past it and often put the ball up for grabs the rest of the ball game.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now Wilson. Buying time to his left. Space to run past the 20. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10.
On that play, as you saw the route start to develop downfield, I got the sense that maybe the run would set up for him. And he took full advantage of it and got a big gain on a busted play.
Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Hey, Mike's 50, Mike's 50.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Wilson. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Check 55, Mike. Man,
Here's Wilson to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Russell Wilson, a 5-yard touchdown run, and the Broncos will extend their lead. McManus's point after is good, and it's now 21-0.
So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. Phillips now from the end zone. And not a great return here. He'll make it back only to the 10-yard line.
Anytime you field a kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. On second down now, it's Jacobs. A first down and more for Jacobs. He's at the 50, 30. And it's a big play there as he is finally taken down on what will be a terrific final act of this first quarter. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Shotgun now for Carr. He'll get this underneath to Jacobs. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
So 3 plays already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time.
Jacobs will cross the line. He's in. Touchdown, Raiders. So, CD, there didn't seem to be much resistance there down near the goal line.
Yeah, partner, from what I saw there, not a real good job of matching up defensive.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And he's got it in the end zone. Bit of a surprising call here, down by as many as they are, but the fake works, and they'll get 2 points closer instead of 1. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Out quickly to Judy. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50. Hey, I'm coming.
Williams going to get it again on 2nd down.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Watch the slant.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable 3rd down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the first down.
On first down, it's Williams. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play. We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
They'll run on first down. Williams. Bringing him down defensively, Jayon Brown.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
On 2nd and 9, Wilson. Got an open man here, and it's K.J. Hamler. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 15-yard line.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw, eluding the pressure right. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Focus, defense, focus. 55 is mine, guys, 55.
Watch the slip.
That's a jet sweep. Wilson with a little pop pass. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. The Broncos on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Throwing again here, Wilson. Steps away to his left. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Max Crosby in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. And McManus able to put it through, and that will extend their lead even further. So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And this ball game, clearly the game of the year so far. It's not very often that you find 2 unbeaten teams playing each other this late in the season, but that's what we have here. 2 heavy. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Pat Surtain. Certainly not his best throw that time, and not a good time to make it, Charles, when they were in nickel with 5 defensive backs on the field.
And that's exactly why you have those 5 DBs out there. You want extra speed on the field, guys who have ball skills and understand what the passing game can do, and gives them a chance to react and make a play on the football, and they take one of those away.
He's tired of me. He's tired of us. Hey,
2nd and 5 now. Wilson. He'll get this one to Patrick.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain. And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
On 2nd down, Williams. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. It's a gain of maybe 3, but it's going to leave him with still about 8 or 9 to go on 3rd down.
Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time. Mike 55. Mike 55.
Hey, watch the ball. Watch the ball.
Alert, 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 alert.
Mike 55. Mike 55. Hey, eat.
All day, just like that. Just like that.
Wilson. And this is taken in by Hamler for a Bronco touchdown. Russell Wilson with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Broncos are able to add on to their first-half lead. Extra point from McManus is good. And that pushes the lead up to 23. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
And with a 3-score deficit staring them in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Darren Waller, the intended receiver, and it's 2nd down. Now Carr. Shreds him with a stiff arm. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
When you struggle on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. Devontae Adams as time expires in the first half.
And the Raiders get a late touchdown here on the final play of the first half.
And just before the half ends, the prayer is answered. Defensively, a disaster there.
I know often we're surprised when this actually works. I mean, the excitement level goes way up, but maybe we shouldn't be, because I know as a defender, you've got to play the ball in this situation, but you can't interfere with the receiver because, remember, it's a spot foul, and it'd be 1st and goal if it happens in the end zone, and you don't want to give up that play, and that little bit of hesitancy often works really well for offensive guys.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
The Raiders are going to have it first, and they trail here as we get back to it in this 3rd quarter of action.
Phillips now from the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
And right out of the gate, they face what you think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Carr going to throw. He's got a man open. It's Hunter Renfrow. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
And that's how you pick up a first down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down inbounds, toe tapping and dragging to make sure he gets it done.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead them to 3rd down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Receiver, hey, you're on an island. Single receiver. 808. Watch 8-9, watch 8-9, he's yours. Target, 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 target. 31.
Carr going to try and throw on 3rd down.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
And this will be caught by Edwards.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and of course, foot dragging.
Little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
Carr completes it, and they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Hey, we're good.
31's the mic. Hey, I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Throwing again on second down. Carr. Back to Renfro again, complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
4 down, 4 down, 4 down.
Check. Lucky.
Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
2nd and 8 coming up.
Hey, 734.
Once again, it's Jacobs. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Josh Jacobs with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Raiders are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the second half.
Check tight.
Carr will look to throw. And this is going to be caught, so they do get it. And the 2 points, now they're back down to a 1-score deficit. And that almost makes it a brand-new ballgame. Now it's a 1-score affair after they get the 2.
And you have to know they were holding their breath on the 2-point play because they had to have it to get it within the range that you just talked about. Dialed up their 2-point play. It worked. Now they're feeling like they've got a shot at this one.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a 1-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a 1-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change, because otherwise that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here. Now, those are the ones that hurt defensively. You do everything right. Excellent pressure, good coverage downfield, and then he slips out the back door and turns it into a nice gain.
He'll get 3 up to midfield.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Mike 55, right there in the middle. 55.
From midfield now, here's Wilson. This one swung out to Williams. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
On 1st down, it's Williams. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. And if they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. From the shotgun, Wilson. This pass caught by Hamler. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Williams, and he'll take this down for about 4 yards down to the 15.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Wilson. Flushed out right. And this is taken in by Hamler for a Bronco touchdown. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now. And the Broncos push further out in front. McManus's point after is good. And the lead is up to 15 now. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Phillips now from the end zone.
And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity. They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
On 2nd and 9, Carr over the middle, complete. That's Jacobs. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
31's the mic. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. 31's the mic. Let's go. You ready?
Throwing on first down is Carr. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Michael O.J. Mudia. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. Now McManus to tack on the extra point. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Phillips now from the end zone. Phillips, he's not going to bring this one out, so they will begin the drive at the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they were ultra confident coming in, that's for sure. They had won 7 straight. But number 8 not looking to be in the cards right now.
Let's go. 31's the mic.
Now Carr to try again after the pick six. Got a man. It's Darren Waller. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there, it's going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Off the option, here's Jacobs. They juked him, and they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 93 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
31's the mic. Ready? 29. 31.
Throwing now is Carr. Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
Meanwhile, Carr's throw taken in by Edwards. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout. And all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
And Carr's throw pulled in by Robinson here. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. A gain of 6 there on first.
Right now. 734. I'm coming.
Again, they'll throw with Carr. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Jacobs. Touchdown Raiders. Josh Jacobs from 21 yards away. And the Raiders have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. So now Carr, he'll lead the Raiders up to go for 2.
618.
Mike 54. Mike 54. Ricky.
They'll look to throw. And he's got it for the two-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. And the formula there on the two-point try, they go 5 wide. Not even the option to hand the ball off. They got it.
They tried to create space, and there isn't a whole lot of it there. For the defense, what you're trying to do is make sure that if they're going to catch the ball, make them catch it behind you because they run out of space with the back line. But in this case, the offense figured it out.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. This game was really a tussle, seemed like just a moment ago, and now they've got the momentum. A couple of scores on their last pair of drives, and a 2-score lead. I think here now you go conservative, right? Run the football, work the clock.
You know, I usually agree with you, but I'm going after them right here. I want to put this bad boy away. I wouldn't be afraid to throw it. They've got all the confidence, all the momentum on their side. Go ahead and take your dagger shots and try and finish this one off.
I disagree vehemently. I say run the football. You've got the lead.
Well, let's watch it and find out who's right.
Williams going to get it again on second down.
And a good job by the Raider defense yet again as they drop him for a second straight loss. The Broncos on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is going to be 3rd and 13.
That's caught left side by Judy.
Yeah, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. It's a pickup of 13, but they're still a bit short, and it'll be 4th down.
Let's get it.
They'll try and throw for it with Wilson.
Got a man. It's Judy, complete.
And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Have confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You just go ahead and play.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Williams going to get it again on second down.
Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. He's able to rattle off 6 on the carry, and that'll get him to 3rd and 4.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big 3rd down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. To throw is Wilson.
You can't block me. You can't block me. You can't block me.
And this pass broken up. The contact well-timed there, and now 4th down.
Here's Sam Martin now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive.
And the Broncos get there and take him down. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack.
31's the mic.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Carr, he's going to let it fly. He's got a man, complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A big play there for the Raiders.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
Meanwhile, Carr's throw pulled in by Renfro.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Tight end right, tight end right.
Now Carr. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
Throwing his Carr. He'll look downfield for Waller. And this is caught inside the 5. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this 4th quarter.
Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go.
Here's Carr. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Able to get there and pick it. And the Broncos are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line. They begin the drive with Williams. And he'll get this up past the 5 to the 7-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
Give me that ball, defense. Give me that ball. Give me that ball, defense.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Denver, their winning ways continue as they get it up to 7-0. And they'll get an